See me okay? I am struggling to find my notes, and I'm also somewhat delayed, it looks like. Hmm. All right. So today we're going to talk about, hold on, I'm on the wrong screen here. First of all, I am still in progress of changing my background. So I told you guys before I was going to change it. I hope you guys like it. I am going to change this picture because it's a little bit too dark. But I put some new pictures up, so I do hope that you like them. But today we're going to talk about this airline glitch, and we're going to talk about 2023, what the future holds for AI this year. As you guys know, there was a computer glitch that the airlines are not talking about. And you can hear different things about it, but for the most part, they're all staying on the same page of there was a damaged file. Okay. Anyone who works in the computer world knows that a damaged file or a corrupt file can only happen in a small handful of ways. And we can speculate all day long what we think might have happened, and most of us are probably right. Um, Hi guys. Hi. Sorry, I missed some people. I missed a lot of people. I'll go back and I'll address everyone here in a minute, but I want to get into this. So there was a damaged file on their main system. My thing is, the more I think about it, the more I have questions. Yes, Vision, I agree with you. Why is one file taking down the entire United States? One file, one damaged file. You would think that they would have some sort of safeguards in place with so many people's lives in jeopardy. Okay. That was my first question. And do you all know? Some of you may not know, but do you all know what the NATM is? The system that they're saying had this damaged file that went down. For those of you that do not know, and I'm sorry, I'm shaking my desk, so it's shaking my camera. The NATM file is real time updates to pilots of what is going on in the air, which means they're going to tell you if there's storms, if there's weather balloons, if there's ash from volcanoes, if there's uh, a hazard of birds, um, literally everything. And this is something that goes out in real time and it's all coded. And the pilots know either what they're flying into or what to avoid. Hi, Wolfgang. Hi, Hudson. Um, so this is something that they used to just get on a piece of paper, and it used to be like 200 sheets of paper that the pilots would have to read through before they could fly a plane. Well, then they updated that to real-time alerts because um, after they would get up in the air, they would have the old hardwire telephone hotlines, so the pilots could call in and they could find out if there's anything hazardous or dangerous or whatever that they're going into. So then they updated the system. Once they updated the system, it became real time. It became to where it would be on their screen, or they could pull it up on their screen, and they could see it. Whatever is coming, whatever is changed, so forth. So the system went down. One file took out the entire United States. My other question is, the exact same thing happened at almost the exact same time in Canada. So being there on a different system, it seems strange that they would have two damaged files at the exact same time on the exact same day. Now, Canada was able to pull theirs up quicker than the United States, which I also think is kind of strange. Nothing against Canada, but I think we took way too long to get our system up and running. The other thing I want to know is if all the flights got grounded because they weren't able to be aware of the real-time threats up there, why did we have so many military flights go up? The doomsday plane, like all these, why did all of these go up? That didn't make sense. If you just couldn't figure out, or your system wasn't working to tell people what the threat was, why would you put all the military in harm's way or possible harm's way unless they had intel that somebody might take advantage of the situation or somebody caused the situation to take advantage of the situation? Obviously, it's just speculation, but possibility. So, as I said, they should have had a failsafe. There's no way that the entire United States should have been connected. Their failsafe was going back to the hardwire telephone lines, the hotline. And with this hotline, it got overwhelmed because they were using the same hotline that they used in, I want to say, the 60s, and I could be wrong on that date. But of course, the amount of traffic we have now compared to the amount of traffic we had then, there's no way that that hotline would have held up. They should have had something else, some sort of fail-safe wall so that it wouldn't spread across the whole nation. It should have just, maybe a region and then stopped, and then you couldn't fly in that region. But it knocked everybody out. And I I actually, Jeep Girl, I don't think it was a drill because it was too much military wise happened for it to be a drill. But I do understand what you're saying. Um, the airlines lost so much money. They would have had advance notice um, that their flights were going to be grounded because, I mean, this is buku bucks the airlines lost because they couldn't get their flights going. So if they would have had even a day or two advance notice that the military was going to do some sort of drill, they would have been able to move people around on their flights, reschedule them, rebook them, um, whatever, so that they didn't lose all that money. But they lost a lot of money from being grounded. There's still people that are not able to get on their flights that are still trying to rebook. And we literally just got caught up with Southwest. Southwest on the 12th of this month. I want to say on the 12th or 12 days ago. I can't remember what the 12 is, but it was recent. Had the same thing happen. And Southwest was telling people that, telling half the people that it was because of staffing, but then they were telling another portion of people that it was again, a computer glitch. Before that was Florida had a computer glitch. So it seems like computer glitch is going to be the new term for 2023 anytime something happens. Um, I don't know if you agree. By all means, if you have any other ideas of what these glitches could be, let me know. But I truly think that we all know what glitch is code word for. And I'm not trying to scare anyone by any means. Um, I do want to add the Q&A. Let me add this Q&A real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, hopefully it popped up there. Yeah, three glitches in a row. And a couple years ago, the UK also had the same type of glitch. So I think it's just strange that I also found out the more I was researching is in 2000 and I want to say 20. I couldn't get my notes to pull up. But in 2020, there was a bill that was supposed to go in front of Congress to increase the budget uh, to upgrade the system for what just failed, and it didn't pass. So my question is, now that this has happened at this time, are they going to try to push this bill through? Thank you, Vision. Are they going to push this bill through? And we need to look into what else is in this bill that it so conveniently happened where they need to push it again. Because everyone knows they put all kinds of sneaky stuff in those bills, and something catastrophic or almost catastrophic has to happen for them to reintroduce a bill. So I did find that out, and I'm going to try to find what the name of the bill is and post it in the description after the live stream. If not tonight, then tomorrow, because I'm having problems with my phone right now. Um, but it's just something else that you want to be aware of. Things seem to go chaotic or seem to crash, seem to fall apart whenever a budgeting bill doesn't pass, so that they can be like, "Oh, see, we tried to tell you," and then they introduce it again. But when they introduce it again, they add more crap into it so that they can try to get more um, funding for whatever nonsense that they want to put out there. Hi, Outlaw. Yes, they are all rats. So, my other question is, if our technology is so great and we have these quantum computers that can instantly figure stuff out and instantly fix stuff, why didn't we have these computers in place for our airlines, for our transportation that literally has hundreds of thousands of lives, in the palm of its hands? We have the availability. Why isn't it in place? They're talking about AI. I'm a pirate now. They're talking about AI is the next greatest thing, and they're pushing the AI information to everybody, and hyping it up. But yet, something where people's lives are at stake, they didn't even have a small bit of it in place, a small bit of the quantum computers in place. We've had them for years. We've had AI for years. I don't care what they tell you. That's not a new thing. It's been around for a while. So why didn't we have something in place to fix this instead of waiting hours and hours and hours a day, to fix this? Or why wasn't some sort of AI or quantum computer in place to prevent this? Like, if you had that system in place, it could have told you there was a problem before it fell apart. But they didn't. It just fell apart, and they were like, "Oh, sorry." And our great awesome person in DC said, "Just turn it back on." That's it's just the whole thing. Look at the whole picture. It doesn't make any sense, but you all know that. There's just more things that should have been in place and weren't. A lot of people weren't aware of this bill for the budgeting, and guess what? It's in front of Congress again. They're gonna push something. Pay attention. While you're looking over it here and seeing why the computers crashed and waiting for them to tell you, which they never will, they're going to be over here pushing this bill to get money to do whatever. So then in 2023, let's talk about this AI. I am also going to link this article as soon as I get my phone to work, but I came across an article for new things in 2023 scientifically. They are working on putting all all smart um, system objects, uh, smart devices on one global platform. So um, Alexa will be able to talk to Google, and Google will be able to talk to Siri, and um, everything that, oh, I just woke up my little machine, speaking of which, everything that can hear your voice, anything that you can speak to, anything that security systems, uh, smartwatches, tablets, phones. Literally, my printer the other day, I didn't even know my printer was connected to anything other than my laptop. And I got an email that said my printer was almost out of ink. Do I want to order from Amazon? I didn't even know it was connected. I know darn well that I didn't connect it. So, all these smart devices are going to be on a global platform. Global. This kind of gives me the creeps. Now, they're going to try to push it and say it's great, if your child is lost, you can find it, or find them, or if you if we lose our phone or our tablets or our watches or our earbuds, you can put it right into the phone to find my whatever, and it will tell you exactly where it is. Well, if you have all the smart stuff connected, to include your cameras, your doorbells, guys, your doorbells, who else is able to get to that information? Literally, a glitch just took down all the airlines nationwide, probably by a group of people. Now, if they can do that nationwide, what can they do with all of your information connected to a global platform? What are they going to do with it? They can literally pull any information they want from your personal information, accessing your cameras, accessing your health, your credit score, your anything they want, anything they want. It takes a small handful of hackers to get into one system. And if they can get into the government's system, which the government gets hacked all the time, they can definitely get into a global network of civilians, technically. They've got enough information from Facebook and from Twitter and IG and YouTube that now they're going to have free reign. If it's globally, somebody in another country could access my stuff because my network's on their network. We're on the same platform. We're in the same little hard drive, the same cloud, whatever. It also I found something else too that kind of bothered me, and I want to bring this up to you all, um, which all ties in together. The new Apple Watch in 2023, and I'm an Apple Watch wearer. You guys already know that. The new Apple Watch in 2023 is going to have the capability of randomly checking your pulse ox and your temperature. This might be a good thing, but it reminds me of a movie that came out last year. The one where you literally had to take your phone and you had to scan yourself and it would tell you if you were sick or not. And if you were sick, people showed up at your door and you had to be quarantined. If you haven't seen that movie, somebody in the chat can put the name of it and watch it, because that's what it reminds me of. Especially if you have all the smart devices on one global network, your watch just took your temperature and your pulse ox and it said you're sick, and it just went into a global network of your medical files to make it easy access for your doctors to get a hold of. But who else gets a hold of it? Who else has access to that? Everybody. Everybody. Anyone with a brain, anyway. It's not hard to get other people's information, their emails, whatever. I mean, if you do research and stuff, you can find a way to do it. Um, if you go to school for programming, you can find out basics. If you go to school for IT, I mean, if you are an IT person, you can get a whole lot of information. You just have to choose to be a good person and use it the right way. But the way this world is going, I don't think there's as many good people as there are scary people. So just be aware if you're going to start buying your smart devices, or if you have smart devices. I don't know if turning settings off is going to make a difference, because if you're all on one platform, there is such thing as remote access. And I don't think a hacker necessarily would need to have remote access approval from you. Because they're a hacker, they'd be able to just turn that on. So just be aware when you buy your smart items, your TVs, even, guys, your smart TVs, your alarm system, your ADTs. My coworker just found out that somebody could talk to her and hear her voice through it, and she's had it for 5 years. She had no clue. So kind of think about what's in your house. I know that my little machine, um, my little Alexa, will randomly listen to us all hours of the day, all hours of the night, for no reason. And you can tell it's listening because the little blue light will turn on and it'll go round and round, and it will listen. And for those of you that also don't know, if you go into the Alexa app, there is a section in your Alexa app that there's a history of everything it's heard when it has randomly turned on and everything it's heard when you've called it. And you'll be surprised. It has timestamps. You'll be surprised at what times your little Alexa is turning on. And I'm sure that if Alexa turns on, so does Google, so does Siri, so does everything else. We already knew that this was going on, but it's getting more advanced than ever before. Really, really fast, really fast. The things I hear Marco say, nice. Um, that's kind of what I wanted to bring to you guys. If you have any questions, I'm going to check the questions tab and I'm going to go back and see what I missed. Um, I don't know if anyone else does this. I do have Alexas in my house, and I purposely ask Alexa questions that would put me on somebody's list because I know they're listening anyway. So if they're going to listen, I might as well give them something to listen to. Um, but I do. I randomly ask her questions, and I'll ask her to do certain things. Like I asked her to shut down my work the other day, but she didn't listen. And then when I got home, I told her I bet Siri would have done it. So I don't know. I don't really care if I'm on somebody's list. I have a YouTube channel. With what I've said, I'm already on somebody's list. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not worried about it. I'm just shocked at how quick AI is moving, yet we couldn't use a quantum computer to fix the airlines grounding their flights. They have all these huge medical, and I've got so much more too that I'm going to probably do on my next live stream, but we're going to talk about some new medications they're going to be pushing out that are going to have the mRNA in them, and some new vaccines coming out that are going to have um, supposedly cures for things that aren't curable, but also has the mRNA. Um, AI is also going to be the quantum computers, and AI is also going to be in your blockchain. It's going to be in the metaverse. It's already in the metaverse, guys. The metaverse is scary. Be careful if you're playing in that metaverse. There's actually a show. I want to say it's on Netflix, and it's called, I believe it's called Dark Mirror. I want to say it's Dark Mirror, but they have something. They have a show. It's a series. I suggest if you go to watch that, you don't watch the first episode because it's really disgusting. I don't recommend it. Just skip over it. There's no reason to watch it. But there's an episode in there that there are people that live in the metaverse. They live in the metaverse. And it looks so real that they spend so much time in there that they end up having affairs and such in there. And they can be whatever body they want to be, and their wives are okay with it. It is their birthday present every year, basically, to be able to go into this metaverse and have an affair. So, the metaverse, they're already pushing the metaverse, and Zuckerberg's got this out, and kids are already getting all intertwined with it. But it's going to get realer and realer to the point where you're not going to be able to face reality because the metaverse is so much better. You can better, no problems. You get what you want. You can have the mansion without working for it. That kind of makes me wonder when they say that you'll own nothing and be happy, if that's part of it, if the metaverse actually plays a role in that, because you will think you have everything, but you really won't have anything. You will own nothing if you live in the metaverse. They're talking about ways of getting you nutrition while you're in the metaverse. I mean, it's sick, guys. It's sick. Stay connected to reality, stay connected to God, stay connected to here without getting into the evil here. Black Mirror. Yes. Thank you, Marco. Black Mirror. But watch those series, guys. There's that one I suggest you all watch, the Black Mirror, because it really talks a lot about what's going on, to include smart cities where they have to earn coins. Hudson, I actually think I'm having the same problem, so I'm gonna call you after this if you're available. Um, but they have a series where they're in a smart city and they have to literally exercise to earn coins just to buy a juice. Um, and we're going to get to that point where it's all digital. It's you want toothpaste, you have to pay for it. Just a little dot on your toothbrush. It's a lot of stuff that's has happened, and I feel like we're working our way towards it. So I suggest definitely checking out Dark Mirror. But like I said, skip the first episode. It's gross, really gross. Um, so I missed a lot of people. I know Wolfang is here, Vision is here. Hello, Coffee First, the prepping artist. Hello. Oh guys, I also I have a bunch of the boxes out. I think I have 3 left to ship and the post office closed before I got it out. So I have 3/4 of them out. Um so they should be coming here very soon. Just to let you guys know to keep an eye out for them. Jetmech, hello. Yes, Wolfing Matrix, and I want out of the Matrix. TF2, hello. Maria, hello. Red Scout, JD, hello. Yes, I think that's going to be the start of it, but I think it's going to eventually go into you won't even be able to order anything. But up, hello. Roaming Prepper, hello. Jules, hello. Um, yes, I don't really like the digital age either. Although I love being able to research what I want when I want. Um, I hate seeing other people get so um, involved with digital that they don't know how to, be involved in the physical anymore. Oh, Wolfang, I can't wait to see it. All right, let me see if I have any questions. I do. Oh, okay. So those of you that are having problems with the Q&A box, if you're on your phone and you hit the Q&A and it keeps telling you to report somebody, if you just go down to the bottom where you will text a message, where you would regular write a message and just put like a letter Q in there and don't send it, and then click on the ask a question, it will come up for you. It's a glitch that YouTube hasn't fixed yet. So if you're having problems getting questions in, that's how you do it. And that way I can see the questions if you post them because I don't see them very well in this chat. East Tennessee, what are you cooking me? So, what is to come of the 2023 prediction? Um, the smart devices are supposed to all be on the same platform. Um, blockchain is supposed to be going into full effect. Um, Medications are going to be released. Oh, this is off topic, but this is, well, not off topic. It's 2023, but it's not AI or glitch related. I want to warn you guys also in this article. Everybody knows what Plan B is, right? Y'all know what Plan B is. I'm sure you do. A lot of people are against it. It is not birth control. I don't care what they say. It is basically a pill that you can go buy at the grocery store that if you have unprotected intercourse, you take this pill and it will basically force you to flush anything out, like literally that week. Okay. So 2023, they are coming out. They're trying the FAA or FDA, not FAA, the FDA is going to work on approving another pill. Yes, the morning after pill is the Plan B, correct. But the FDA is working on another pill that they are working on approving over the counter. And this pill is similar to the morning after pill, but you can take it during any gestation, no matter how far along you are. They're working on approving this to be over the counter. They already have it made. they're working on getting it approved over the counter. So this is a pill that, if you go into like Planned Parenthood, a lot of people think it's all surgical, but a lot of times it is actually medication that they give you, um, to make your body do the work. Um, they're trying to make this over the counter. That is what they're trying to push for 2023. That's one of the medications. There are others that I want to talk about, but that is something, watch out for because it is murder. Um, you know, 8 months down the line, and you all of a sudden decide that you can't do it 8 months later, and you could just go to Walgreens and pop a pill. It's murder. It's disgusting. Um, I really hope that, something happens where it doesn't pass, but being that they have passed other things this last year and 2, I think that they're gonna push for it. They're gonna pass it. Yeah, outlaw, I agree with you. I could not agree with you more, actually. Um, JD, I think World War III has actually already started. I think it has started cyber-wise with all these, glitches. Um, I think we have been in WW3 for a while. Um, do I think that it's going to go into full-fledged uh, missiles? Yes, I do. I also believe that, um, we will eventually have boots on the ground here that are not friendly. That is my opinion, but I do feel like it is going to come. I don't know when. I feel like it's definitely going to kick off this year. Um, Cyber already kicked off this last year and the year before, um, with the pipelines and, all the hacks for, ransomware to, uh, you know, all these people shutting stuff down for Bitcoin. Um, it's already started. It's just getting progressively worse. Um, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Um, TFS, I actually don't agree. I'm one of few people who think that they will. I don't think it's going to be a widespread, completely the entire United States on fire, but I do think that there are going to be targeted areas, and I do think that they are going to take down the grid. There's going to be a grid down. Our grid is already very, crappy as it is with no fail safes, of course. The U.S. doesn't believe in, being proactive, just reactive. Um, so even if they did a nuke, then in high atmosphere, it can take out our grid. So I actually don't agree. I think that they will use nukes. It's just not in the way that most people think. I'm not hoping for it. I'm hoping the exact opposite that, nothing happens. But you keep poking a bear, eventually it's going to bite. Um, I see more cyber first makes it easy that way with tech out there. Yeah, it's tech is getting sick. It's they're gonna push it for things that are good, especially medical guys. They're gonna take the AI and the new technologies, and they're gonna push it to the medical and say it's easier for the doctors and this and that. And we do have robots that go in there and they do stuff like that. And there are some things that they do work well. But when you have an entire staff of robots, and AI computers literally controlling your life in no human hands, that bothers me. When we're pushing to that point, that bothers me because part of even doctors and nurses, even though they have thick skin, there's still a part of them that, they feel for these people. So when you have someone who is on the table and they're doing surgery and it's literally robots or machines that can't feel, I think that's dangerous because what if your AI decides that, it's not worth the time and the money to finish the procedure to save your life? they don't care because they can't care. Yeah, and JD, they also talk about AIs, and they're going to take all these jobs nobody wants to do. So there will be all these new jobs, but how do they know what jobs we don't want to do? Something I may not want to do, somebody else may love doing. I don't want to go weld, but I'm sure there's welders that absolutely love to do it. There are people that don't want to go waitress, but I know there's people that enjoy that interaction of being a waitress. So they can't go out and say they're going to do all the jobs nobody wants to do because you're not me. You don't know what I like to do. I'm not you. They're not me. They don't know what I like to do or what you like to do. There's some things that people you would think would never want to do, but there's people that enjoy doing it. And if they're going to create all these new jobs, if they're going to just create all these new jobs, why couldn't they do it now? Why do they have to wait for robots to take over our jobs? It's not like we don't have a whole bunch of people that are able to work. You have people that are able and willing to work. So if you're going to create jobs after robots take all of ours, why not create them now and get a lot of people out of poverty or get a lot of people from living paycheck to paycheck? Why do you have to wait? What's the point? Just, a whole thought. These are all the deep thinking things I have and opinions, guys. Bye, East Tennessee. Have a good night. All right, let's go back to Q&As. Oh, I did not know that, VP. So VP says, don't forget if you turn off your phone, it can be turned back on remotely by the watchers. Um, and also, a lot of people think if they turn off their phones, their GPS turns off, and that is not true, guys. If you don't have it in some sort of Faraday cage or Faraday bag, your GPS can still work. Kind of like a your let's say your laptop. When you shut your laptop off, you think it's off, you can unplug it. But when you turn it back on, whether it's connected or not, your time is still correct. Your date is still correct. Why? Because there's still something in there, a battery in a laptop, obviously. But even before all that, I mean, they had things that had the little tiny batteries just to keep that stuff going. So even if you think you unplug and you turn off, it doesn't mean they can't find you. Doesn't mean they can't turn on your speaker to hear you. I mean, they have programs like that now for parents, for kids. I don't know if you guys know that. You can literally put a program on a kid's phone so that you can hear their surroundings. You can track them down. You can see who they're calling. There are key loggers that you can put into somebody's computer, and every single thing that you type is tracked. It's literally a carbon copy that somebody else can see. It's called a keylogger. And those have been around for years. Years. Yes. And a lot of people I think should do that more often, but we've become so dependent on our phones. It's hard to leave them behind. I mean, that's why we get the Apple Watches, because if we leave our phone, hey, guess what? We're still connected. But if worse comes to worse and you don't want to be tracked, you have to leave all of that behind. You have to. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's not about shutting it off. It's you have to leave it. So make sure you have backup copies. Make sure if you need your directions that you're not relying on GPS. You have it written out on paper. You have it highlighted on a map. Make sure you have paper maps and atlases. Don't count on your phones. Don't count on computers. I mean, if one stupid little broken file takes down thousands of flights, easily somebody could knock out the phones. Easily somebody could knock out the electricity, the computers, the internet. We've already had that over the United States too. People's internet's going down, people's phones going down, their cell phones. It's already happening in bits and pieces. I personally call these dry runs. These are dry runs. If we do this, how are people going to react? If we do that, how are people going to react? What are they going to do to counteract or to fix this if we play this? They are literally doing little bits and pieces to see what is going to be the outcome. How are we going to handle it? Oh, well, that's what they did. Okay, well, next time, guess what? We're going to keep them from doing that. It's almost like doing something, playing a play just to see what someone else would do so that you can play that play again and stop them next time. I mean, it happens in football all the time. If you think about it, it's the same concept. Yes, Red Scout. It's not a can, it's that he does. Um, Wolfing, yes. And the quick collect call messages to let parents know you were somewhere safely. Yeah, I get tired of those calls. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Bill, the McNally atlases are great, and they actually have Outback ones so that they make maps to tell you off-road areas, trails, and so forth. And that's a good thing to have too, because if you have to get out, you are not going to want to take the interstate if you can help it, because for one, it's probably going to be gridlocked, and for two, you're probably going to have checkpoints. So you probably want to get maps that are the overland so that you can find out the back roads and the trails and so forth. It's a good thing to have. Good thing to have. And honestly, I would have a couple copies in multiple states. And I know they're expensive, but if your life depends on it, money shouldn't be a problem with at least getting one at a time. Guys, just start now, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. I Jet Match actually know where there are two payphones. I was quite shocked to see them. Um, 90 minutes over 10. Huh. I could see that. Um, Anything with any type of frequency, whether it be your earbuds, your Wi-Fi, your phones, tablets, um, those frequencies go somewhere. They go in the air. I mean, and if you think about it, guys, it's a type of current, and currents are attracted to water. And what is your body mostly made of? So, absolutely, they can make you sick. You have to limit. You have to limit. Yes, I know where two payphones are that work, oddly enough. Yes, 90% water. We are 90% water. All those currents are going to affect you. It's not just tumors, it's cysts, it's headaches, it's can damage tissue. Um, all right, do we have any more questions? Ah, I see. All right, guys, we are at 45 minutes and trying to catch up in the chat. I always forget to slow it down. I do want to thank everyone that I put a scroll on the bottom to thank the people that I missed the last time that donated. I appreciate it. Also, I keep forgetting to tell y'all this. If you have a channel, please type, if you want to share your link, type share. And it should share your channel page. And it's just all lowercase, I do believe. Yes, all lowercase share, just like Vision did, and hopefully it will come up. Yep. Okay. There you go. So if you guys want to share your channels, you are more than welcome. Just type share. Thank you, Vision. And let me see what else. Oh, also, I have 3 commands, guys. I have share, I have email. If you don't have my email address and you want it, you can type email and it will pop up my email address. And then I got 2 phone calls my last live stream that were not very happy with me because I was not sharing ways to support me without super chatting. And I had a long conversation with a couple of people on this. So if you want other ways to that you can donate, which is Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, if you type support, that will tell you how to do that. But I did understand their reason. Um, I'm never ever asking anybody for donations, but they told me it's not about me, it's about them. So you can type any one of those, and those are the commands to either email me, to share your web page, which you are more than welcome to. Yep, don't forget to glitch the button if you haven't already. Glitch the button. Share if you haven't. No, JD, I have about 13 more minutes. Um, let's see. Hide this comment. So do we have any other comments or questions? Do you guys like the new background? It's gonna change a little bit. I literally did this in the last 30 minutes. Um, but I just wanted some different scenery that reflected me. Well, Fang, I am so proud of you. Baby steps. I'm so proud of you for having coffee. Oh, JD, what was your question? I missed it. I'm really, really bad at chat. If this is your first time here, I am really bad at following chat. So if you would like, go ahead and ask it again. And if I can answer it, if I know the answer, I'll answer it. And if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you. I don't know everything by any means. Hi, TJ in Georgia. Archie Vedcom. Hello. Yardbirds. Hello. I missed you in here earlier, I think. Oh, thank you, Yardbirds. Thank you, ETP. Okay, I heard digital ID will. Oh, it just jumped. Hold on. I heard digital ID will be introduced for internet users. What do you think of that? I have not heard that. However, I know based on biblical, there will be a digital ID, the mark of the beast, and I believe that is a digital ID um, that is going to be implanted. I personally am not taking it. I don't think anybody should take it. I did not take the vaccine. I am certainly not taking the mark of the beast. And if we're in a time of if you don't take that mark, you can't buy or sell, why would you take it? So I could see it possibly happening because if you don't have internet, it kind of cuts you off from the world. But if that is the case, I'm not taking it. I won't take it. Good night, Sergeant Deacon. Don't tempt me. I'm going to put it right there. So, JD, did that answer your question, I hope? Thank you, Maria. Oh, I have a few. I could definitely put it right there. Jane, I'm actually considering doing that. I literally threw this together in the last like 45 minutes. So I do plan on possibly getting some of those and doing that. Ghetto, I do. I absolutely do, and honestly, I think the internet is part of it too. I do. There are many. Um, I'm catching up, you guys. You know I'm so bad with chat. Yes, no Mark Novaks. Correct. I'm not taking it. Yep, pure bloods. Thank you, JD. I'm sorry I missed your question. I am terrible with keeping up with chat. I know I'm behind now. Organic. That was cute. Yes. I did try green screen once, guys, and it literally my eyes disappeared into the green screen. I looked like an alien. It was awful. Or when I did get it to work, I like my whole body, my arm would disappear and stuff. It was strange. Yes, that is true, Red Scout. That is absolutely true. That's why I'm not worried about when all of it comes about. Yes, Jane, that is true. They used to keep them separate and they are not keeping them separate anymore. And I am going to have to bleed out because I cannot just take anybody's blood, unfortunately. Oh, you know what, TJ? I forgot to tell Marco. I'm sorry. Speaking of which, TJ, Ann, Maria, and Mickey. I can't even believe I didn't bring this up at the beginning. I got to meet these amazing people. I went to Georgia last weekend. I think I told you guys that because I didn't do any videos last week. I got to meet these amazing, amazing people. And when I tell y'all to travel to meet people, go travel to meet people. TJ, we got to meet up first in Georgia, obviously, TJ in Georgia. And she got to meet my puppies. And we had an awesome conversation. We talked for like 2.5 hours together in the park. And it was just great to be able to last minute stop by and meet her. Same thing, Maria. After we left TJ, we went to South Carolina, where we live, and went farther away from where we live, but still in the same state, and stopped and met Maria and Mickey and had dinner with them, which was amazing. And our dogs made new friends with their dog. Um, they they're just all three of them were just absolutely amazing, amazing people. So if you ever have the chance, travel to meet people, even if it's on your way somewhere else, make a quick pit stop, sidestep to go meet somebody. I'm still catching up. I would have to um I would have to research that, Jane, because I don't believe everything that people say because they try to do a lot of fear porn out there. Um, People's organs are already being stolen and sold on the black market. Um, so I can't. I don't know if it would just be pure bloods per se because it's already happening for people in general. Yes, OPR. I think that is actually my problem, and I'm going to hopefully be able to get better lighting eventually, but they are quite a bit more expensive than I thought. So it's going to go on hold because actually my next upgrade is going to be a chair because this chair sucks really bad, really, really bad. So I'm going to my next big upgrade, I should say, is going to be a new chair because this one kills my back and my hips and my shoulders. I'm still catching up. I'm really far behind. You guys are used to me though. Thank you, JD. Welcome. I'm sorry again for missing your questions, but now you know I'm terrible. Just keep asking me until I see or shout at me that I haven't answered, and I'll pay more close attention. Um, NRA show in February. Good for you guys. All right. I think I'm caught up, guys. I think I am. All right. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Any last words from any of you guys? Any last questions? I will check to see if there's any more questions. There is not. So I want to close this. How do I close my Q&A? There we go. All right. Q&A is closed. I wonder the pilots then they just beware. Yeah. AI guys, also think about your smart cars. Anything connected to any platform can be hacked. Just remember that, no matter how big or small. At least no food is flying. Don't give him any ideas. Do not give him any ideas, Wolfang. I am not trying to dodge marshmallows and cheese and coffee tonight. Not doing it tonight. I have 2 minutes left to close out without having to dodge out. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. You'll have to call me and give me the details. I will look into that. The LEDs, I'm assuming you're talking about. No marshmallows. Do not throw marshmallows at me. He will, Jeep girl. He'll sleep on the couch if marshmallows come flying in. The doggies will get his spot in the bed. Thank you, Jane. Yes, that is correct. Always keep your faith. Always pray. Never cease. Read your Bible. I'm not going to go on a big long rant, but read your Bible. Take quiet time. Listen more than you speak. Find people that you can talk religion with. I have a whole other belief on today's religions. I'm not a big fan of organized religions. But read your Bibles, pray, have an awesome, awesome relationship with God. He will take care of you. He will protect you. He will provide. Don't lose faith. Never be afraid to open your heart to him. He already knows all your secrets. And yes, Allah, don't be afraid to meet people, even if they do look scary at first. Not you, though. You look like a big teddy bear. Yes, thank God. Thank God for everything. Ask for forgiveness and believe. All right, guys, we're at our 1 hour. I could go a whole nother hour talking religion, but I'm not going to do that. I'll save that for another day. Maybe a private connection where we could just have a few of us in here and talking. I think that would be nice, just to discuss and share. I think that'd be great. But I don't have anything else to say. Hopefully, I'll have some better lighting back here. I hope that I brought you a little bit of, if not information, some things to think about that is coming or that's supposed to come, things to be aware of, things to watch out for. Make sure you speak to your kids about these things. Let them be aware, because what schools and TV are going to teach them is not the deep truth. So teach your kids, share this information with your kids so that they're aware so that their little spidey senses start going off if something is not right. Other than that, I don't really have anything else. Thank you guys. I'm going to sign out. I need to call a couple of you, and I will be calling a couple of you. And until next time, thank you so much. Good night, and God bless.